Mhm.
Okay, so I'm just going to start by asking you to introduce yourself and to say what graduate psychology program you're in, and you can include like where you're from and how you got to UK.
Yeah. My name is Jaeyun Han, and I'm a third year doctoral student in educational psychology at the University of Kentucky. And I'm from South Korea. And then, yep, I'm here UK because I wanted to work with Dr. Ellen Osher in educational psychology.
So where did you complete your undergrad, or was that here too?
You mean so I did my bachelor degree and the master degree in South Korea
Okay.
at Ewha Women's University.
Okay.
And then I was looking for I was looking for any opportunities to study abroad. And
Mhm.
then and UK is one of my ideal schools that I wanted to go. So that's all. That's why I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome that it worked out. So after you got your bachelor's, like when did you decide that you wanted to go to graduate school? Like, did you take a gap year or did you go straight after undergrad, or how did
Yeah.
that work for you?
Yeah. So I did. I had a 1 year gap. I mean, a 1 year as a gap year, because I prepared for some like a test,
Oh,
to be a like a it's like to be a governor
yeah.
in
Oh,
South
okay.
Korea. But so I and then most of my friends did not do it, but I wanted to do it. But after 1 year, um I realized that maybe that I'm I I'm more interested in like doing research,
Okay.
not the like a administrative like a process.
Okay.
So that's why I decided to apply for master program at Ewha Women's University, which is the same university that I did the bachelor degree.
Okay.
And then actually, we had I mean when I went to the master degree, actually I didn't need to like select my major because our program is more open to any during the first year we don't need to select
Okay.
which like educational psychology. So
Right.
many people just taking can take education psychology class or counseling class, administrative class, like something, or curriculum class, educational curriculum like classes. But I knew that I'm interested in the education psychology
Mhm.
when I first when I just applied the master program.
Mhm.
So I'm a little bit like a unique cases compared to others.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. And so going to like having done a a master's program like higher education in South Korea and now doing another higher education degree in the United States, have you
Mhm.
noticed like any differences between those two educational systems in terms of like master's and PhD programs?
Yeah. So I think most of them is are really like a similar. But one thing that I'm surprised is that the funding. So
Okay.
I think the funding is more like USA has a better like a structure of like funding
Okay.
compared to the South Korea because, for example, like a master, I think it might be similar in terms of like a master degree because most of the program do not like have no like ultimate, I mean, automated like a funding for master students, but they have like a some like a funding program for doctoral student.
And
I
this
think
is
that
in the US you're
yeah,
talking
in the
about?
US,
Okay.
yeah. but unfortunately in Korea, there is like there is no guaranteed funding for even doctoral student.
Okay.
So I think that's really good like system in USA. I think so. Yeah.
So in terms of financials, it's a lot better
Yes.
to be in the US because
Mhm.
you get funding. Okay. Thank you. So what did you expect graduate school to be like? And you can talk about your experience right after undergrad going to master's or right after getting your master's and going to PhD. Like, what did you expect the whole process to be like?
Yeah. So because I could vicariously experience the doctoral students' life when I was in the master program, like because I worked with them, some of them, and then I think I expected it would be very similar with master program because we do the like just research, like you write a paper, like something, but the and I think in terms of like a coursework. In terms of coursework, I specifically like wanted to take more statistical courses at UK. So that's why like from the from when I was the first year doctor students, I took like 700 level courses, which are the like most of students do not take during their first year, but I took it because I wanted to have more experiences in statistical analysis. And then I think it's aligned my expectation, I think at UK. And then in terms of like a relationship to professor, I expected, I wanted to meet someone who is like open to international students, and then like support our collaborative relationship rather than just like so like more collaborative relationship. So I think fortunately, I think this is very like a thankful thing. I met a really good advisor in terms of the in terms of like her understanding about international students, and then like a collaborative like work relationship. So that's also aligned with my expectation here at UK. And then also in terms of relationship to the graduate students. Because I'm international students, I like wanted to have another international students as my cohort because we can help each other. But unfortunately, when I first came here, there was no international students. I was the only one. So, so it was like at first time, I was a little bit difficult, but I think, but thanks to the other students' help, I can overcome some difficulties and then like adjust it to this environment well. So
that's awesome. I'm glad that they could help you out with that.
Yeah.
So with Dr. Usher, was that something that you researched before you got accepted to UK, as in you chose a specific professor that you'd like to work with and then applied to the doctorate program?
Yes. So when I worked for my master thesis in South Korea, my topic was self-efficacy, and then the sources of the self-efficacy, which is like Dr. Ellen Usher's topic, like. So, and then I cited her like papers a lot, and then I just so actually when like as an international students, we don't have many materials to apply, so we don't have many information. But given that I cited her like work a lot, even though I didn't know her, I really want to work with her. So that's why I Googled. Seriously, I Googled Ellen Usher, and then I found her, she's in the UK. She's at UK. So that's why I applied for the UK graduate program.
I see how it works. That's awesome that you guys were able to match. It was a
Yeah.
match between you all. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to what has been your favorite part of the graduate school experience so far?
Mhm. Yeah, so my favorite part of graduate school experience is that I could have participated in multiple research projects. So because P20 Motivation and Learning Lab, led by Dr. Ellen Usher, it's like so the lab has participated in some like a big project at UK. So, and then I was like a research assistant for the project. Honestly, it was really difficult, but I think I learned a lot from the hard experiences. So I think that's very valuable experiences as a graduate students, because we wanted to learn and then we wanted to have more experiences in research. So I think that's, and then given that, I think sometimes I thought about like this. So if I went to the same university for my doctoral degree at South Korea, I may not be able to have this like diverse perspectives in terms of like a race, gender, or other things, because yeah. So I think my department, like or our educational psychology program, very like emphasize a lot about the diversity issue. And then so that's why I could learn a lot, or even think about what that means, why diversity is important. So I think that's the very like distinctive like aspects of my like UK graduates as an international students here.
Awesome. And are there any things that maybe you don't really like about the graduate program so far?
Let's see. The least favorite, maybe like I think educational psychology. I think that's okay. I hope I have more cohorts because I have like two or like very small. So actually, educational psychology is very small, like a major compared to counseling psychology or other school psychology. So I hope I have more cohorts as a, like study together and then discuss together. But fortunately, I think the P20 Motivation and Learning Lab, because of the P20 lab, I met a lot of like undergraduate students. So that was good. Like that helped me to like have more diverse experiences with working experiences with others.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'm very aware that education psychology is not really popular. Like not a lot of people even know it exists. So
yeah, I don't know why. It's very good. So I hope more people come.
Yeah, as time goes on.
Yeah.
And then lastly, if there's anything that you wish you knew before going into a graduate school program, or if there's any advice that you would give someone in your shoes, like maybe an international student who's also considering going into grad school in a different country or just in general. Yeah.
So I think I will say in terms of like educational psychology, where if they want to apply for educational psychology program in any university at like in USA,
Mhm.
um, if I were them, like before applying for any program, I I will take I will take more statistical courses
Okay.
during college or even study before like coming to like becoming to doctoral students, because especially in educational psychology, like statistics is really important. Because yeah, so that's what I felt have felt in this area.
Mhm.
So yeah, sometimes I talk to myself is that why I didn't study a lot during college.
Mhm.
If I did that like during my college,
Yeah.
I may be more like easily uh like resolve this like some problems in
That makes
my
sense.
like courses. Yeah, so I think that's really important to
Yeah.
be a yeah. But I know that some researchers focus on qualitative study, uh, but then if you want to do both well, like, or if you think that you are like you are more quantitative person, I think it's really important to know more about the statistic, or like having like a basic like a concepts or skills, like strong basic concepts and skills, so that you can apply it to like other problems.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely some great advice, even to just any student at all.
Yeah.
So thank you.